There are a few scars on your body. A scar you got on your knee during a game you played with your neighborhood friends when you were 9 years old. A game in which you try to see who could jump farthest from the swing. Scars on your shank and on the back of your hand that you got when the flimsy chair you were standing on to close a small side window lost a screw and collapsed. And the burn scar on your index finger from dipping it into boiling oil while cooking dumplings for friends you invited to your house with no particular plans when you were a middle school student. She had a scar too. She got it when you were both playing hide and seek. She was the blindfolded tagger. She tripped over the leg of a chair after you had tripped over it. You didn't get hurt at all, but she, the tall one, banged her forehead on the corner of vanity. Father was extremely angry with you, as if it had been your fault. The scar on her most beautiful and intelligent forehead looked ugly to you too. After that accident, in order to hide the scars from the stitches, she always wore full bangs. But whenever there was a breeze, you couldn't help noticing the whitish scar visible only to you. You, a child, kept crying during the suturing until your eyes were completely red. Because your father and mother were both in the operating room, you were waiting alone in the corridor, which made you even more scared. She finally walked out of the room and tried to comfort you. With ridiculously big sterilized gauze and adhesive plasters on her forehead, she hesitantly repeated, "It's okay. They say this will get better soon. It's only a matter of time. Everyone gets better." You don't know. You don't know that you will look into your tearful eyes in the mirror above the washbowl after the dream that you can't remember on a cold early morning when you wake up thirsty. You don't know that your hands will keep on trembling when you dash water onto your face. You don't know that those words you have never uttered will prickle your throat like a hot score. I couldn't see ahead either. I always couldn't see ahead. I just held my ground. I just tried hard to hold my ground because not trying hard made me uneasy. You don't know that on a Tuesday afternoon in the distant future, when a nurse removes a wettie from your ankles, scully red blood will flow down profusely. You don't know that you will feel soreness in them for the first time. You don't know that, surprisingly, the oozing from the sore will rapidly diminish. You don't know that on a Sunday evening after visiting your mother, you will draw the curtain so as not to see the snow slowly descending in the alley like wings spread wide. You will have sincerely persuaded your mother to get out more, as the arthritis in her knees had worsened because she almost never went out. You don't know about the night you will face, squatting in the middle of a pitch-dark room. How far? Very, very far. You don't know that you will try to sleep all night, curled up and wearing headphones in order not to remember her voice in that dark alley you took on your way to your maternal grandparents' house with your eyes closed, holding your sister's hand. You don't know you will persist in recollecting the moment when she silently returned the scarf you gave her as a gift after you earned your first paycheck without even opening the wrapping paper. You don't know that you will toss and turn, struggling with those persistent and burning questions. What should you have done at the moment when you decided to turn away from her forever? When you couldn't read what was behind her expressionless eyes? What other path should you have taken so that you wouldn't be surprised to realize that you yourself were also a very frighteningly cold person? Not knowing all those things, you are now lying at the edge of a field of reeds, tumbled down on a rock near the brook. Your bicycle is forcefully spinning blank wheels. The moment you were falling, you instinctively protected your head. It's clear that the skin on your hands and elbows was grazed. You feel dull pain in your shoulder and pelvis from hitting the ground. You are lying on the wet soil, muttering, "Such a trifle." You can't feel the wound in the gray-white holes anymore. Your right eye hurts because Dirt got into it. Blinking several times, you think all these perceptions of pain are too weak. You mutter a prayer over and over again to no specific God that you may not recover from whatever you are suffering now, that the cold soil may become even colder, so that your face and body are frozen hard, and that you never get up again,